Bonjour. So with this video, my aim is to help you navigate PowerSchool and kind of figure out where the activities are and how you can complete them in case you're struggling. So if you go to PowerSchool, this should be the page that you see, and this is the first front page, which is titled in French, Enseignement à distance, remote learning. So all of these activities, which get posted 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, are designed to be done at home because we're not in school right now. So on the front page is always the class times that we meet. Now I know it's difficult sometimes to be able to get on, so don't worry about getting onto Zoom during this time. You do not have to. You can email me. That counts as communication with me. You can just do the activities. But if you are struggling and you don't really understand what you're doing and you don't even know how to phrase it in an email, then drop into Zoom if you can and talk to me, and I can screen share with you. I can kind of guide you through it and just clarify any questions. And if it's possible, sometimes we can do the activity together on the Zoom call. So these times are the times right here that are dedicated for your classes, and then on Friday is open office hours, so anybody can drop in. But if you look, and this is just my details, this is my email, and this is the Zoom meeting ID. So if you want to do that, you would go to, and I can kind of show you over here, Zoom. If you type Zoom into your search bar, then it's going to ask you to, if you want to join a meeting, that's the ID and that's the password you need. And then you can get on. And you do not have to just do your times. If you are not available or you miss it, like say it gets to 12 o'clock, you're like, oh shoot, I missed Madam Hunter. I don't want to wait till Thursday because I want to do it now. Then have a look at when all the classes are. There's classes almost every hour of the day. And during these times, I will be online. I will be there for another one of my classes, maybe French 2 or 3, but you can still drop in. And I've had students do that, and that's perfectly fine. So don't feel like you only have to come in during that half hour, and you don't have to. That doesn't count. Like, it counts as your attendance, but it's not the only way that your attendance gets monitored. Completing the activities and emails also count. So say you want to do an activity. I'm going to go to the most recent one, but if you look here on the left, spring break and before, you do not have to look at unless you have done all the other activities. So I would start here from the 6th of April, and then this is each week. So this was the week from the 6th of April to the 10th, the 13th to the 17th, the 20th to the 24th, and this is this current week, like I'm recording right now, le 1er May, the 1st of May. So every time you click on one of these tabs, you'll find the activities for the week. Again, from that front page, I've just got the same information right here. And at the top of the page, you're going to see the lesson plan. So I'm going to post this at the beginning of the week. Every Monday, where you'll see the plan for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And these are the activities that I will post. Right now, we're in week 5. And yeah, these are the dates. And so this is an overview of what kind of activity you can expect. So for this week, and each of these activities maximum should take you 30 minutes. Some of them are a lot shorter. So every Monday, we always do Lecture Lundi, which is Reading Monday. We've always done that in class. At least in the second semester we've been doing this. So it's a continuation because this is something we can do at home. But each week, what you read might change. So this week, we're reading Les Activités de Madame Hunter. So I'll get down to that one in a minute. And then I briefly tell you what you're going to do. Wednesday, you're going to learn about the verb faire. And this one is where I'm teaching a little bit on it, and you're going to do a review at the end on vrai ou faux, true or false. And then Friday's activity is practicing using the verb fair. So something that you've been learning this week, and then we're ending the week with a Kahoot. So that activity wouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. So this one might take you up to 30. This one might take you maybe up to 30. And this one might take you 10 minutes. So all in all, not a lot of work to do. But each one of these counts as attendance. So even if you just do the activities, that counts as your attendance. But if you're struggling, you don't know how to do it, or you're stuck on something, drop into Zoom or drop me an email and I can help you. Okay, so we'll just look at the Lecter Lundy. So then as you go down, you're going to see each one posted. This is the first one for Lundy for Monday. And so, yeah, I do write a little bit in French, and then I give the instructions clearly in English so you understand what you're doing. With this one, I actually copied the whole activity into the content box so that you can see it clearly, but quite often it's just an attachment which you click on. And then right here is where you're going to reply. So each day you've just got to read what it says to do and just do that. So it says you may complete the activity by downloading the document and reading it, reading the text here, answer on paper, or answer straight away in a discussion. Either way, as long as I get your participation, as long as I get your answers, whether it's handwritten or whether it's typed out, I don't mind. Whatever is easiest for you to do. Okay. For a new week, you won't see the Wednesday activity become available until Wednesday. You won't see the Friday activity become available until Friday. For this week, we're on Friday, so all 3 activities are now available. Okay, so don't worry if you're on a new week and you don't see Wednesday and Friday. There's a reason for that. Mr. West has asked us to only post it ready for that day. We're not going to post them all on the Monday right at the beginning. But if you look at the outline, you get a good idea of what it's going to be. And that's about it. So you can click back through. You do not have to do them if you would need to kind of catch up. You do not absolutely have to do them like week by week. If you want to tackle all the Monday ones first, or depending on time, you look and you're like, oh, I have time to do a couple of Kahoots or something, then go ahead and do that. But try and stay on top of it and try and look ahead at what the activities are. I'm kind of going back through some of the weeks here just in case there's any that you not familiar with. Okay, so back on this week, which is the 15th of April, there was an activity which is an Ed puzzle. So although I explain what you need to do, actually if you just click on that link, it takes you to this website and it takes you straight to the page you need to do. And there's a couple of these over the past few weeks. It's a video that you watch, and as you watch it, it's going to come up with some questions here on the side, and you answer the questions as you go. That's it. That's all you need to do. I can go on to Edpuzzle and I see if you've done it, if you've completed it, I see how many you got right or wrong, etc. So you don't need to tell me you did it. I can see whether you do it or not. For Fridays, on the 17th of April, and this week was all based on the home. So each of the activities are linked in theme, but you do not have to have done each activity. It's helpful because they build. And this one is on a website called Flipgrid. It's also an app. Let's see, I don't remember which one I logged in as, so I'm going to just try with a different one. Okay, there we go. So my screen might look a little bit different to what you'll see, but this one is, this website, Flipgrid, is a place where you can video yourself, record yourself speaking, and then upload it. So if it's one of these activities, you go on, You click on the link that I put there, read the kind of requirement, the activity that I'm asking you to do. For this one, it says film a tour of your home and describe your home through the tour. So there's an example here. You can watch the video to give you the example. I've put some structures here in French. And again, this is not new information. This is stuff that we worked on in quarter 3. And then you click here on this big green button to give your response. And it'll tell you to try the camera, or you can import a video if you took a video on your phone or whatever. And again, you don't need to tell me you did it. I can access Flipgrid. I can see how many students did it, and I can watch your video. So the only final thing that I'm going to say before I go is that all of these, I've suggested a way that you can share the information with me on Flipgrid, on Edpuzzle. You can do it on paper, you can type it in, you can put on a Google document and then share that with me. If you are struggling with the way that I've asked it to be done or suggested that it can be done, then tell me, because there are plenty of other students that we've come up with a solution of like how you can turn in the work that you've done. Okay, so I'm more than willing to work around and modify any assignment that you need to be done, but that is basically how you find the assignments and what you need to do. And my tips is to stay on top of it. There's only 3 a week, and like I said, some of them will only take you 15-20 minutes of your time. But if you don't do them, then all of those 20 minutes build up. So you've got an hour each week that you're missing out on at least. And so if in 4 weeks you've got 4 hours worth of work to catch up on. Okay, so just please let me know. And good luck. Bonne chance. Au revoir.